everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been some time since I have done a tag, so it's tag time. Today we are going to do the Truthful YouTuber tag, and to be honest with you, I'm surprised it's taken me this long to do it. This kind of tag is right up my alley. This was created by Thompson. I will link her channel down below as well as her originating video. She created this sometime in the middle of the night when she was unable to sleep, and that's also something that I would do. I do want to say, I don't know what has happened in the last little while, but I actually set a goal this month to get another 8 subscribers, and I've gotten almost 400. So thank you to everyone who is new, and thank you to everyone who has been supporting me and all the new people that have come into my channel. Like, I'm so appreciative. I'm 5 subscribers away from 5,000, and my goal for the whole year was to hit 5,000, and we're in the middle of January, so I am forever thankful for that. My makeup today was inspired by a post on Reddit. The palette on my eyes is the Butthurt palette from Makeup Maniacs, and the lipstick I'm wearing is MAC Cyber. It's been a long time since I've worn Cyber, and I don't really like the application. It didn't go as well as I would have liked, but it's not the worst. My shirt is actually from a subscriber. She has a CrossFit gym, her and her husband, so thank you so much, Helene. She actually has a channel as well, so I will link that down below. And my earrings are from Wish. So, after all of those little things of information, let's get into this tag. Have I ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? So yes and no. So how I actually operate with my reviews for products that are sent to me, I let the company decide if I'm going to post what I have to say. It's pretty rare that a company will come back to me after I give them my stipulations, and those stipulations are, I'm happy to receive your product. I may or may not review it. If I do review it and it is going to be negative, I will let them know, and they can choose whether or not I actually post my comments or not. I would never do a dedicated review if they were like, no, I may mention it in a disappointing products with a couple of comments about it. But no brand so far has actually told me not to post a negative review. They've told me that I am free to have my creator's discretion, and it has never stopped a company from sending me anything, so I actually kind of appreciate that. The second a company would tell me that I was not allowed to post if it was a negative review, I probably would never accept the product to begin with. But again, I leave that up to the brand, as a lot of the brands that reach out to me are indie, and it is really up to their discretion on what they want to do to their own business. I will say every review I do post is my own opinion. Like, I never let somebody dictate what I have to say. As soon as the brand tells me I have to say specific things, I typically back out of receiving the product or doing the review. Question number 2 is products I use alone, but I don't use online. Truthfully, I can't really think of anything. I'm not one of the believers that thinks if something's limited edition or if something is no longer available that you can't use it anymore. I don't understand that mentality at all. Just because it's not a product that can be bought anymore doesn't mean everybody that did buy it threw it away. Makes no sense to me. Number 3, product I want but I won't buy because I don't support the brand. There's no brands I truthfully like cancel. I don't believe in cancel culture. I don't even know why. Like, I get the point of it, and I get that you shouldn't support like shitty people. One product that has piqued my interest more than once is probably the blood sugar palette, and it's not that I do or don't support Jeffree Star. I feel no particular way about him, if I'm being totally honest. I don't know what stops me from pulling the trigger with that. I also would say, I think that's kind of it. Like, I'm totally that person where if I want something, I'm going to buy it. I don't particularly care what anybody else has to say about it. It's not their money. And even if we don't agree with something that an owner is doing, we have to understand that it's not just the owner that is affected by that. Like, by this cancel culture. It's very toxic. There are other families who are working for this company. Like, there's other people who like put bread on their table. So if a product is good, it's good. And I appreciate not wanting to support people, and you can do what you want. I know this is an unpopular opinion, and I will probably catch some shit about it, but it's just how I feel. Question number 4 is, do you have any blocked words? And I don't. I swear on my channel, so if somebody swears in my comments, so be it. If people are brutal towards me in the comments, I don't really care. I have pretty thick skin. Question number 5 is, do you delete comments? And if so, why? I actually don't really. I think I've maybe deleted 1 or 2 in my existence on YouTube in the last 4 years. So one I have deleted, which was recently, was somebody who on a totally random video just commented, "You're an ugly bitch." And like, yeah, I'm a bitch, but like straight up, I know I'm not ugly and I'm not here to like support those comments. If people are rude to me or aggressive towards me or other people in the comments, I will respond. I always take the high road. People are entitled to their opinion, so if they come and tell me something they do or don't like about me or my channel, that's fine. You're allowed to be entitled to your opinion, and I'm a big believer in freedom of speech, not necessarily freedom of consequences. So if you want to go and be an asshat in my comment section, that's entirely up to you. As long as you are not disrespectful towards the other people in the comment section, it is up to you on how you want to portray yourself. Not to mention, half the time people are assholes to me in my comment section. You're gonna get ratted out by multiple other people, and you will likely hear from me as well. I think it's important to show people's true colors, even if they are a troll, so I will leave that and people can just see them for who they want to be. Number 6, do you block people? No, I don't. I don't know why. I truthfully don't get that many hateful comments or spiteful comments or people that are not the nicest. Like, it doesn't really bother me. Typically, once they comment once or twice, they don't come back, so no, I don't block people. Question number 7, have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brand? No, I have not, and I never ever will. As I said in question 1, I don't... The real credibility here that matters is the credibility you have with the people that watch you. So if I was going to lie to protect a brand, I'm abusing my own credibility as well as the credibility of the brand, so what's the point of that? I would never do that. Question number 8 is, have I ever initially liked a product when I reviewed it and then changed my mind afterwards and not let my audience know? Not intentionally. I'm sure I have at some point. I try and do updates on products that I know that has happened with, but I'm sure that there's things that I've missed. So if this is truly the truthful YouTuber tag, I have to answer yes to this question, but it is not intentional and it is not in a way to deceive someone. There's also things that I have reviewed and didn't like and ended up liking, and I've probably not updated on that as well. I have an idea to do a changed opinions video. I'm just kind of gathering some products and thoughts to actually go in that video. Just a second portion to that is, I don't typically review a product until I've tried it a few times, at least a few times, and in different conditions, so it's pretty rare that my opinion does change. I couldn't honestly say it never does, because skin changes, seasons change, the way you react to products changes, your chemistry changes all the time because of hormones and outside elements, so it's very hard to say that you 100% would love or hate 100% of the time the things that you've tried. Question number 9 is influencers I don't trust. I hate to say this, but most people over 1 million subscribers I don't really trust anymore. I will still watch their content just because I don't necessarily trust everything they have to say. Once you hit 1 million, I feel like your perspective changes, and it sometimes, like, there's obviously exceptions to this rule. Like Emily Noel, I 100% trust everything she has to say. Just because I trust what she has to say doesn't mean I agree with everything that she says. I'm gonna say that. I just speak about a product in a positive or negative way if that's not really how she felt and the experiences that she had. So Tati is another one where I believe that she is very truthful on her channel, but being over 1 million. But I'm talking like the Mannies, the Lauras, the Jaclyn Hills. There's a few others that I kind of take everything that they say with a grain of salt. I just don't trust what they have to say. There's been too much drama around them, and as much as drama may or may not be true, there's always some truth to that stuff. Like, it comes from somewhere, so I don't typically trust the larger YouTubers. Number 10, influencers I trust the most. So this is basically the opposite of that question. I feel like no matter who I'm watching, I take everything they say with a grain of salt. And that's just because there is not one person that's going to agree with every single thing that you like sorry, there's not one person that you could watch that you will agree 100% with everything that they experience. Nobody is 100%. We're all like snowflakes. We're all different. But people I do trust, definitely Jen Loves Reviews, Samantha March, Marlena I still really like. I know she's over 1 million. As I said, Emily, Tati, I like Angelica Nyquist. I'm sure I pronounced her name wrong. There are so many smaller YouTubers that I probably couldn't even name them all. I should probably do a video on that as well, that I truly trust what they have to say because we have nothing to lose. Anybody that's under, I want to say like 100,000 are typically fairly trustworthy, unless they're like those thirsty YouTubers, which freak me out and I don't like them. I feel like I'm saying a lot because I'm trying to think of people without leaving anybody out. Makeup struggles, spooky lips and fat hips. Like, I really love all of these people because they may not have the same experiences with products that I do, but I truthfully believe everything that they say is how they feel and their experiences. So just because it's not the same, or I may not have the same opinion, I believe they're saying the truth. Question number 11 is secret application tips or tricks that I don't share on camera. I don't really have any. I don't live by a lot of rules with makeup. I always put my makeup on in a different order. I don't even have an answer to this question. Number 12, have I ever showed a product but I was actually using another? No, I know that there was 1 or 2 times where I unintentionally left the wrong product list in my description box. I have a standing subscription box list that I use every time, so I can kind of just change up a few things because there is stuff that is just standard. So I leave it in Word, and one time I did do copy and paste and leave the completely wrong description of what I was wearing. That was not intentional, but it did happen. And periodically I will call something the wrong thing, which that's like my favorite thing to do in my palette videos. It is not intentional, I'm just an idiot. Question number 13, have you ever not disclosed a partnership or a sponsorship? And no, because I have never been sponsored. There's nothing wrong with sponsored content. I don't know why people are so sketchy about it. Number 14, have I ever had a bad interaction with a brand? I'm going to say truthfully no. There is a brand I have worked with in the past that was not sponsored, but they did send me product, and that was Teamy Blends. I still like the product, and I can't honestly say it's a bad experience, but my social media coordinator person that I was working with, basically the person that originally reached out to me, has changed to a new one. I don't really like the new one. I find her a little bit pushy, and I mean that in the nicest way. I know she's just doing her job, but I never used to get emails from them. It was originally like, here, try these out. If you want to talk about them, great. If you don't, awesome. Here's a discount code. Cool. I liked the product. And I know what everybody's thinking is everybody accepts these sponsorships from teas. It was not a sponsorship. It was literally just free products. And an affiliate code, full disclosure there. But I never heard from them after that, and that was fine. And then all of a sudden I got this email saying my social media person was changing, if I had any questions to reach out to this new person. And now that person emails me probably once every 3 weeks, or sorry, 3 days, trying to get me to post something. And I'm not that person. I am not scheduling posts for brands. I am not doing like this forced advertisement thing, like it's not happening. Number 15, have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? I am the queen of the anti-bandwagon in every sense of the word. The second I see a bandwagon happening, I will go and buy the product to try it myself and be like, hoping to God that my opinion is different. I never understood bandwagoning. Nobody is getting anything out of that. The worst bandwagoning I ever saw in my whole life, seriously, my whole existence in 4 years on this platform, was fucking subculture. I'm gonna get a little passionate here, and I hope everybody is still here with me. You don't have to like a product. People don't have to like subculture. That's not what I'm saying. But that literally divided the internet. The super, super dramatic thumbnails, the super dramatic like, and I'm going to damage a brush doing this, but they'd be like, oh my God, like, look, there's so much fallout. Of course there's fallout, you morons. You're putting your fucking brush in the way you would put a pitchfork into frozen dirt. Of course it's gonna do that. Like, come on, man. that whole situation was handled so poorly. I was so disappointed. Like, people were reviewing it in a way they were not reviewing other products. They were not doing it the same way and giving it the same justice as the way they would regularly review something or test something. That was so disappointing to me. I was so pissed off when that was going on. And again, it's not because I like subculture and other people don't. You can like whatever you want. But the like extra drama around that release was childish, like truthfully childish. I was so disappointed. End rant. I'm gonna cut that off there because I feel very passionately about that, and it's like quasi-relatable to this channel. And I'm sorry, Mr. Fluffy-headed brush, I didn't mean to just like basically rip your head off. Number 16 is things other creators do that get on your nerves. I feel like this is a touchy question, so I'm going to tread lightly, which I don't typically do. So, things creators do that get on my nerves. Apologize. I don't like that. I do it sometimes when I catch myself in editing. I'm like, oh, what are you apologizing for? That's number one. Number two, I don't like disclaimers. I think they're crazy. I've had this conversation before where if you are doing a video that requires disclaimers, your disclaimer should be if you are swearing and you have children that watch your channel. If you are going to be naked, that's where it ends for me. You, as a person, as long as you are not a total shithead, should never be giving disclaimers or apologizing for how you look, how your hair looks, the things that you own, the things that you like, the things that you don't like, the things like what your nails look like, the fact that your eyeshadow might be a little bit crooked or unblended, the fact that your background or lighting or mic or whatever is not perfect. Why are we apologizing for these things? Like, it seems like such a silly thing to get on my nerves, but as soon as I see a disclaimer and then the disclaimer is like the first 3 minutes of the video, like, I'm here for a palette collection. I don't need you to explain to me why you have a palette collection and that you do YouTube for a living and that's why you have so much. I don't care if you're a chicken farmer for a living and you have 700 palettes. It's your money. I am here to watch a palette collection. I want it to be big. I want there to be a reason that I'm here. Anyway, guys, I feel like that got a little bit ranty, but I guess that's the point of this tag. Just a quick reminder that there is a giveaway going on my BoxyCharm palette, sorry, my BoxyCharm video, so please pop over there. It is for a few goodies if you're interested. Don't forget to subscribe here if you like this content. I'm happy to have you, and I'm so ready for like a huge year on YouTube. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I'm very active on those two platforms, and I'm very responsive as well. I think that's important, to be really active in your community and in the community in general. So both of those are also Cosmetic Chaos. So don't forget to pop by there and say hello. Please leave me a comment down below if you do not have a channel. I'm actually the most interested to hear from you on what YouTubers do or creators do or content creators / influencers do that get on your nerves. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below on those topics. You can answer any of the questions. I'm ready for some good discussion, and I think this is a wonderful tag for getting that discussion going. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great week.